All right, so we're going to tell you a little bit about each of the songs, what we remember, when we recorded them, when we wrote them, how the song came about. And the first one, we're going to start with the first song, first track on or the first song on Volume 1. It's called All Right.
It's that Korg O1WD.
Is that the one that you used before?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I love that keyboard because it's got all the right sounds for what we were doing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and this riff, I remember you writing this riff. And then the rest of the song, when it gets into the vocal part, Jimmy wrote, and then John wrote the lyrics and the melody and stuff like that.
I remember the other thing about this. There was a guy who said, somebody was critical of, where's the harmonies in your band? You know, and I thought he was talking about, I didn't realize he was talking about vocals. I thought he was talking about my bass playing. So I was trying to focus on getting away from just the root notes.
Yeah, you did harmony in here. Yeah.
Yeah, I was...
You did that on the originals too.
Yeah, I was focusing on not just playing root notes.
Right.
You know, because that's what I did for the longest time. And this was one of the first songs I started focusing on not playing the root. You know?
Right, getting the harmonies in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even though the guitar riff is doing the exact same thing, it's
the bass
changes the feel of the tune because you're doing harmonies.
Yeah.
So.
And I remember when we played this live, and me and you were very tight when we put this on live.
It's really ambitious to have this long intro that's so different from the rest of the body of the song.
Yeah.
You know.
This is also a progressive song if you want, because
time signatures.
Yeah, the song started out in 8, now it's in 6. So, and it plays 6, then it goes into 4 and 8 again. So, we didn't know we were being prog.
These lyrics, just came right out of the Bible. I think I just picked up a Bible. I just found something.
The Lord's unfailing love never dies.
I think it's Isaiah.
It's fresh as the morning, He shows us on that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love the song.
I love all the tunes.
I think it could have been heavier.
Maybe we should have used 7-string guitar.
Is this where the silverware part is coming up?
That's after the next chorus. So I played silverware. We were
beautiful.
I wanted a certain sound. I don't know how to explain it. Marching men's feet or something. I don't know.
I think we were thinking of the Judas Priest song, Metal Gods, where it sounded like chains. I think that's the reference that we were like, how do we get that sound?
Yeah.
Like chains,
Yes.
And I said, silverware, man.
So we were recording in my house in the basement. So my wife was upstairs. I said, honey, we need all the silverware. Put it in a plastic tub.
Yep.
So we got it out. And I'm like, no, we need more. We need more. I think you're dump it all in.
Yeah, I remember because the silverware was there, and I was like, now just take it and just like shake it where you want it. And you were like, and it wasn't working. You were like, no, it needs to be like percussive, so you were hitting the bottom of the
right.
Tupperware.
Well, I think you guys held each side of it because it was a little heavy, and here it is. So that's the silverware. So, and now it's over with. So,
but yeah, when you see that in the credits that Kevin played silverware,
he really did.
I literally played the silverware. So, yeah, I remember one thing about a lot of these songs. This was one of them too. Is every time we came up with a new song, I just got more and more excited about the band because it was uncharted territory.
Yeah.
Musically for us.
And what are you saying about the end of this?
We put a crowd on there, and I yelled into a microphone with delay and reverb on it, saying "Thank you, good night," like we just got finishing up a concert. I got that from I think I heard Def Leppard do it or something, so I did that thing.
This is Blood of the Lamb.
Yep,
one of the first song probably we wrote.
Blood of the Lamb.
This is the first song that we wrote, John and Jimmy song.
Good tempo.
You guys remember anything about it?
I remember the title.
I don't think did it start with lead when we played it?
No, I think we added that in.
Yeah.
That's the part about musical maturity.
Sort the song.
Uh-huh. So, you have anything to say about the lyrics? Do you remember how
To
you
be
wrote
honest,
it?
I'm a little embarrassed of the lyrics of these some of these times.
Why?
You know, it's my rhyme. I think I've become a more mature songwriter now.
Yeah.
You know,
Here's
I was 16. You know,
right,
you know,
exactly. You have to remember that
Yeah.
when this song was written, I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Just turned 13.
Yeah.
So you were either just turned 15 or not quite.
Yeah.
So I think that's an original lead section.
Lead tones are cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the fun thing about doing these recordings too is we got to really take our time and make the leads and stuff. He spend time getting it how he wanted, but not too much time where it became routine. He still colored and painted, and, you know, and we do all these different things with tone and volume, and it's just really cool stuff. So this was written in your basement.
This is different.
It
It's
is.
part of the song.
Yes.
Yeah. And it needed it. you know?
Yeah, because all we had was the two things.
Because most of the rest of the song was just, the song originally was just two chords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, but it needed it.
It needed something.
It needed
else.
it. Yeah, it makes it that much more interesting. You know what I mean? And you're going to hit a high B here, full voice.
It's the note. It's the elusive note.
The elusive note.
Yeah.
And we're tuned to A440. So this is actual B. Yeah, that's
Good
nice.
texture, man.
So that's our numero uno, the very first song Exodus A.D. ever wrote, and it's the first song we ever played live.
Nice.
Really some far out stuff.
Nice.
So some of the equipment we used on these, Jimmy used your 80 Heritage Series Les Paul,
Yeah.
and you used a Fender hot rodded Fender Strat,
Hot
right?
rodded?
HSS.
No, that was stock. It wasn't modified at all.
Oh! I thought you had the. What were those buttons? I mean,
I put them on there to make it look cool. No, I mean it's those switches are also for
coil tapping and junk
no
like that?
piezo pickup.
Oh, right.
You know, to make it sound like.
But you said you disconnected that.
Yeah, just disconnected all that.
Okay. So Jimmy used a Fender Strat HSS, which is humbucker, single coil.
American Fat Strat.
American Fat Strat. And his Heritage, 1980 Heritage Les Paul, which he actually had in the band, toward the end of the band. John used his 1979 Rickenbacker, right? The white
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
The
Love
white
that
one that's
guitar,
kind of
man.
yellow now.
That's a good piece.
Kind of a bone color.
Yeah. What was that, a
Yeah.
4001?
No, it's the 4000.
4000.
4000
And single
is
coil, single pickup.
Single pickup.
Yeah.
As opposed to 4001, which has two.
So that's a Rickenbacker you're hearing on 90% of that. I don't know if you use.
I love that guitar
my
so much.
precision
It's
for
it's
anything.
it's like it's patinaed, it's distressed,
Yeah.
it's full of bad breath and nicotine. You know, it just looks good. It looks like
Even though no one's smoked in clubs for the last 15, 20 years, it's still,
still
because
yeah.
people did smoke in clubs,
Yeah.
30 years ago or whatever.
Has it been that long?
John's had it since 79.
It's still my favorite bass of
Nice.
yours.
Yeah.
You know, it really is.
What was that other bass you had? Not the Hofner copy, the one after that that's in a lot of the pictures? Was that a Hofner?
No, I had first the Hofner, then it was Jim's Sears and Roebuck,
Is that the one
bass.
that's in a lot of the
Yeah,
pictures?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad sounding bass.
Sunburst.
Yeah, yeah.
No, yeah, it was a tritone. Yeah, colored bass.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people seek that stuff out today, man. Collectors, I guess.
Next song.
Next song is, this is the song we were a little bit reprimanded for playing at a gig. The only reason we played it is because we had extra time and we needed a song.
Our parents hated this song.
They hated it because it's
It was too heavy.
too heavy, aggressive, and fast. And this one was written early on. This was written in like 77. So here you go. Dead or Alive.
What year was this?
77.
77.
The same year that the Rainbows album came out. Didn't you say you were influenced by Rainbow?
No, I was definitely influenced by Rainbow, but I don't remember this being part of that. But may
You
have been.
told
I
me
don't
this
know.
years ago that Kill the King was...
Oh,
That's
okay.
what-
Now I hear it.
Yeah,
yeah.
To me, it sounds nothing like Kill the King, but I understand the reference. This was a fun song to play. Man.
Yep.
Yeah. I do like the lyrics on this one.
Yeah.
I thought they're really, really clever lyrics.
They were.
Good rhyme. Yeah. Lots of lead sections in Exodus songs.
That's because you ran out of lyrics.
Had to fill that space, right? Nah, I love the lead playing. I love everything on the record. So
Yeah.
we did. We took our time with it.
And I don't think that anything really changed on the song structure-wise.
No, nothing. Nope.
Chord, structure is all the same.
Right.
Yeah.
The breaks that are the
breaks.
12-string acoustics were all the same.
Yep.
That was another kind of Boston kind of influence,
This one?
where the acoustic comes
Oh,
in.
yeah, big
you know.
time. And we do that in Now I Can See, with the hand claps and all, like Boston.
Yeah.
Did it, did it, did it, did it.
It's something when you're listening to this stuff now and you haven't heard it in a long time. It's like, wait a minute, we're playing way too fast here, guys.
Are you getting old, dude?
No, it's just when you haven't heard it in a while, you forget
Yeah.
the BPMs of where you were at.
What's an aggressive song?
Needs to be heavier.
Agreed.
So, I mean, we were tight for a young band, pretty tight.
Oh, yeah.
And, growing up a little bit and doing these recordings, we were, after not playing together for 25 years or whatever it was, 20 years or whatever, we got down in the room and played live, and this is what you got. The tightness is there. Nothing was manipulated.
Did you play the acoustic?
Yep.
On this
12
part?
string,
Yeah.
yep.
Nice.
So,
We didn't do an acoustic on stage, but
No,
that
no.
lick, that
Yeah.
was there. That was part of the song.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
Yeah.
But to keep that kind of 70s groove going,
Yep.
yeah, no, this was the
Good
arrangement of the
job,
original.
dude, man.
I don't know.
That's what I love about it. Now it's like sounding like Richie Blackmore. Back before that, it's cool. But not only that, not only the tones, just styles completely changed. It's really cool.
Nice.
It's my favorite part. Is it here? You know where we stole that idea from?
No.
It's Dockin'.
Ah.
Can't wait
to
till the living end.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally ripped that.
I remember
Dockin'.
when I got done playing that, and then you reached over and you grabbed the guitar jack
Well,
out,
yeah.
and you started like going. You were like, and I'm like, "What are you doing, Kevin? Just go with it, man."
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I was hitting like your arm or whatever. I thought I was just doing that, but you probably remember.
No, you were on my leg. You were like, I was like, all right.
Yeah, so that was a fun song to play live, and so I'm glad we got to do it live, and I have it on. Do have the audio of that live gig. So what's this? What's next?
You skipped "My Friend Is Jesus."
Oh, you already did. This is a Mikey song.
Yeah.
The tremolo, man.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
Makes this.
I had that in my amplifier. I didn't have to buy a pedal. It's like kind of thing when we originally wrote it. The Fender Twin back then had a tremolo.
Yeah, a nice one too.
Yep.
And
That echo's a real good choice.
We actually
The
used the pod for your vocal on this.
Didn't know that.
Yep. And set it clean, but yeah, he's got such a beautiful feel, to it. The keys are just awesome. So simple.
Yeah, just
but
laid
so effective.
back. Yeah.
When we played this live, did we use the 12 string?
No.
Okay, I was going to say I don't recall that.
But I remember Mom helping you out with this song on like a line or two of the lyrics. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Ottawa?
It's an envelope.
Envelope filter?
Yeah.
Envelope filter, yeah.
Yep. Trying to get the Jeff Beck thing going, right? Such a simple song, but it's just...
That's beautiful.
Yep.
Kind of the song has an effect like you're flying through clouds kind of feeling, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, it's like just such a great like spirit or emotion to it. The vocals, everything, just
Yeah, it's got a really cool vibe that's apart from everything else on the album.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of the songs just have their own unique
yeah,
vibe to
they
them
do.
instead of one sound. Maybe that's the result of having spread out the recording process. But each song has so many a unique vibe to each song.
that's a really good point. I never thought of that, but yeah,
I think you and I still reach into that bag all the time because even in the recordings we do now, we're always like, well, we don't have anything that's like this.
Because I think that's the other thing that we were going for is variety. Because the bands that we were influenced by,
Yes.
Led Zeppelin and Queen,
yes,
they didn't have just one sound.
No.
There was so much variety
Yes.
from song to song,
Right.
And we really aspired to that, to not just have, AC/DC is AC/DC. You get what you get with AC/DC.
Right.
You know what you're going to get
Right.
every single song.
right. No,
But Led Zeppelin,
we
Queen, you
admired
never know.
Boston.
Boston, you
We-
never
Thin
know what you're gonna
Lizzy,
get.
Thin Lizzy.
we admired the bands that were AOR.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Although they could do everything. They could do everything from a ballad to metal. What was called metal back in the 70s. We call it hard rock today or classic metal, but back in the 70s, Zeppelin was considered metal. Sabbath, I think, would always be considered metal. They just had that sound. But, Zeppelin was called metal. Steppenwolf was called metal. I see them as rock bands,
Right.
and that's more what we were, a rock band, a hard rock
band that still had an appreciation for a lot of different styles, and
Yep.
like we even dove into the whole yacht rock kind of feel in some songs. But it was like, and back then, your rock ego was maybe like, I'm not playing that, man. But
That would have been me, right?
but
If it ain't heavy, I ain't playing it.
but you know what? It was like, we let our veils down enough that we said, man, let's just do it.
Yep.
Whether we like it or not, let's just try it.
Well, back then, we didn't have, the foresight of what was to come with heavy music and all that. We had what we had,
Yeah.
Right.
and I think we covered a lot of ground for being kids. Like I said, I was 17 when we broke up,
Yep.
Yeah.
So
What do you want to say about this before we hit it?
Heroes.
Heroes.
Mikey wrote this and Jimmy wrote this.
My lyrics.
Your lyrics, melody.
I remember seeing the Cindy Johnson thing,
Yep.
that, and the other one I remember was the
Open Your
Cow.
Eyes. She had one for.
That's not part of the song.
Oh, this is interesting. At some point, I know there was another. You had some kind of keyboard, Moog or something.
I did.
I don't know if this is one of them.
It might be.
Yeah.
When we turn the knobs and junk like that.
That's finger symbols I'm hearing.
Those are my. Yeah, I had and it just happened to be in the right key.
Yeah.
I forget what they're called. Those little tiny bell things.
In your belly dancing days.
My belly dancing days. Yeah. So. I think you wrote this part. If I can remember correctly, I think you wrote this part, and Mikey wrote the bam, 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 bam. Or it was the other way around. I can't remember.
Unique. A lot of spin in these things.
We had our own sound, which
Yep.
is, you can't really say, you have a unique voice that when you first hear it, or when you hear it and you're familiar with it, you know it's you. It's Exodus, We were in I remember a picture of this. Remember, we were playing this in Jimmy's basement, practicing. Oh, it's been around. It was probably around for quite a while, but I remember us practicing. And I remember watching. I'm pretty sure. Well, you wrote one of the parts, and Jimmy wrote the other music.
And most of these lyrics were written in study hall, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
Every time I listen to these lyrics, I just go back to, that was 7th period study hall. Did some of my finest work. I'm doing homework. That's doing Exodus lyrics. Nice.
Well, you had your priorities, dude.
Yeah.
Right? You remember anything about this song, Mikey? Writing any part of it or anything?
Just the rhythm part.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just kids. It's amazing. It's amazing to me that we were so tight, like you continue to say.
Yeah.
We were so tight as such young people,
There was a chemistry that we had, and we just lucked out, and thank God.
Yep.
And the chemistry did not fade away when we were 20 years removed from playing these songs, And how you can tell is from playing it live. This is live, the rhythm tracks, No click tracks. We never played click tracks.
Structure-wise, this is exactly the way it went.
Exactly the way the
Yep.
song went. There's a few songs here and there that needed a little help because they were
Songs
so
that didn't
green
have a
and
bridge.
immature, right?
Yeah.
Didn't have a
Yeah.
bridge or whatever. So,
Like the lead bass there. That's cool.
it was cool. Very syncopated.
Al Di Meola.
Exactly. That's it, yeah. There's Thin Lizzy harmonies in
That's an
there.
interesting tone, too. What guitar is that? Is that a Strat? Is it Les Paul?
Sounds less pause to me.
Probably.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Did you play my Les Paul on any of the leads at all?
I think I did. I think I did because we were trying to get a different tone for one of the songs, and I was noodling around on that LP, and I was just like, I like this, man. We ought to track this one. So
Yeah, very cool. I was gonna say something. Oh man, I can't remember. That's all right. And what do we got now?
There was. Did we put the? There were two. This was kind of a pair of songs that we played together, and I guess we have them together here now, right?
are they paired up? You mean on it?
You've Been Loving Me, and Your Life. It wasn't Your Life. There were two songs that we played back to back, and You've Been Loving Me was one of them. I cannot remember what the other one was.
Was it not the Galleon?
No. But they were both in the key of E. I do remember that part.
Well, that was like our major
But most of our
key.
songs, yeah, 75% of our songs were in the key of E. This is You've Been Loving Me.
This is You've Been Loving Me. This is one of the very early ones. I think you wrote this one pretty much. I put delay on the drums. Just
give it some presence.
Yeah, it just seemed to fit the song right. So
It's a kind of Led Zeppelin-y, kind of dazed and confused thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
I love how this comes in, man.
me too.
So heavy.
Needs to be heavier.
It's really Sabbath influence, I think, this one.
Yep.
Sabbath. A little bit of Deep Purple in there, too.
Yep.
You know?
Love the single notes. So it's funny, this verse we're playing all single notes. Then when we get to the key change, we're playing all minor seventh chords all the way up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And this is a song that needed the organ. The organ serves this really
Oh,
well.
yeah.
You know?
Love this. Love this. This is my favorite.
Nice.
When
Bluesy.
did we hire Stevie Ray to come in?
It's very bluesy.
Love it.
What setting?
This was something that we did. The key change, we didn't do that originally.
Yes, we
Teenage,
did.
did
We?
we?
Yeah, we
I
did.
think we did, yeah.
Yeah, we did. I think
we
so.
were seasoned musicians at this point, you know?
Like, that's just too mature
Yes,
for us,
yeah.
man.
No.
No, I'm not 100% sure, but
Okay.
now I've been listening to this version for 16 years.
Yeah.
So
But this was always there, man.
yes, this was always there, and I think it was you doing it because Jimmy was going up and you were going down, or you were going down and he was going up, something like that. But they were contrasting off each other.
And then the double picking. It's coming.
That was on the original. I don't know if we did that here.
No, but that's the way we played it back
Really?
then.
Yeah.
It was a little bit annoying, but I'm glad we didn't do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Highly technical playing is this.
yeah. So that's that one. You've been loving me. Also, that was real early on. That was like the fourth song that we had. So I think that
It
came
was one
right
really
after,
early, yeah.
right after Bronze Serpent. So that was a real oldie.
Your life.
This one was done in '78
After this song.
after the Billy Joel tune.
Yeah.
Your Life.
Lyrically, there's two influences in this. It's Billy Joel, but it's also, there was a Keith Green song. I Just Want to See You There.
Yeah.
Song for my parents.
Ah, right.
You know, there was
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit of that in the lyrics for this too. You know.
You got it.
Yep.
I love that riff. That's a Jimmy riff, I think.
Love that tone too. I'm hearing 2 octaves.
No, it's doubled though.
Yeah.
Or some sort of effect.
It's got some tempo changes.
Yes, it
Yes,
does.
this is one of the ones that speeds up and slows down by design.
By design, yep.
And it's hard to do with click tracks. None of this stuff was click tracks.
No,
It was just all playing live in the room.
right. I remember we debuted this song at, I think. It was at Mirror Lake Beach.
Yeah.
There's a speed up section. And you know, when we went into these different parts after not playing them for 20 years, it was...
It came back. It's
So
a muscle
there-
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember doing much practicing or rehearsing when we got to the stage of doing this. I think we just got the sound set, the levels, and went.
Yeah.
And literally
Sounds like us.
no more than 3 takes. I don't ever remember doing 10 takes, 20 takes of anything.
No. More lead.
Yeah.
That definitely sounds like a Les Paul.
Yeah, it's smooth.
I was just
Neck pickup.
listening to your vocals, man. It's like still got that youthful kind of.
That was that. We never did that.
No, that was new.
That was new.
No, because we didn't go this long, I don't think.
Right.
So I don't know if we originally said we're going to do a fade out, but this is how we originally ended the song, just like this.
Like this. Yes.
Right.
That's exactly the way it ended.
A couple of you guys were chomping at the bit to talk about this
Oh, yeah.
next song.
Yeah, as soon as I say it pop up,
This was the second song we wrote as a band.
But like I said before, there was these experiences we had in these Bible study, prayer meetings, where it was just, people speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was a euphoria, and whether or not, we worked ourselves into a frenzy, genuine Holy Spirit presence. There's a little of this, a little of that was there, but it was something I looked forward to. I loved, getting high on Jesus.
Well, and the cool thing about it is our faith back then was a very, very sincere faith.
It was very sincere, immature, but there was
Immature.
so much
We were
zeal
children.
and passion,
Right.
that we just,
I'm still a child.
yeah.
Well, then you should have zeal and passion then, Mikey.
Yeah. But this is Weeds.
This is called Weeds.
This is
Jimmy wanted to put this on.
Yeah, this is a really cool. This is sort of an add-on. There's a creative thing we put on the beginning there.
I love
Whose idea was
slide.
the broken bottle?
I did that.
That was very cool.
It's like through the glass
Yeah,
slide off.
it's
you
like
know?
the head of the guitar went through the glass. And Jimmy comes in.
That's really cool.
That is cool.
I don't think I ever sang it like this. This is really an aggressive tone, vocally,
It's I haven't heard the original in so long since I was figuring this stuff out.
Because this is more like I sing now.
Right.
There are other songs where I tried to sort of sing more youthful, try to get more pure tone or whatever. But part of I've grown to lean towards this, this sort of a natural
growl.
Yeah, the natural
distortion,
distortion,
yeah.
the vocal distortion.
Right. Well, I mean, it fits the song.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Another thing that was really cool about us doing these things is we were a bit more mature musicians. We were in our late 30s, early 40s,
Yeah.
and we really served the songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that that you did. That's in the original
sure.
recordings.
This bridge, however,
No.
when we get, it's not there yet, or is it?
It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. This is totally self-indulgent.
Because we could.
Because we could.
Because of good.
So I don't know whether it was I wanted to.
We were thinking a little Pink Floyd thing.
And Rush.
Because we wanted those voices in the background. You don't know what they're saying.
Right, you don't know
but
what they're saying.
They're coming from different areas.
Right.
And you're just, it perks up your ear and just make you listening.
Right. So I'm like panned left, Jimmy, Mikey, and you.
Yeah.
So and they're just below the line where you can only you can hear a few things.
Yeah.
You know, I see it. You know. And then I yelled the one.
Yeah, there was nothing planned on what we were going to say.
No.
You know, or I don't think
I
any
had
of us knew
the
what
I
other
had
one
the
was
rhythm
saying.
section because I wanted that boom, dun, 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 very Rush like
Right.
style. Right here. We might have actually ripped Rush really good here.
Yeah. Is that you saying look out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this. You're just playing this. What is that?
I
It's
don't
so
know.
cool. Well, wait a minute. Then you're going to start sounding like Randy Rhoads in a second. Listen. I love that. It fits the music so well.
Back to the riff.
Whatever you're doing.
Ace Frehley.
Ace. Maybe that's an ace,
Yeah,
not
that's
not.
definitely an Ace thing,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
He was such a great lead guitar player, man. Is.
Ace.
Yeah.
That's the coloring, man. I love the heaviness of the song too, you know. That's on the original too. Better than Weed Man. Oh, it's so much better.
Yeah, it's Weeds.
That's Weeds. So that's the second song we ever did as a band.
It was I Need You. You've been loving me, and I need you.
Yes, you're right.
Those were the
I
songs that
remember
paired
now,
together.
Why didn't we
yeah.
put them together here?
Because it's your fault, Kev.
No,
we didn't
John,
think of it. We didn't think of it.
John helped me with
But
the
those were the two that
arrangement.
were paired together that
I-
we played live.
Yeah, I remember now, but I did not remember back then.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so that
'Cause
was
this is
Weeds.
another tempo change
This
on I
is
Need
it,
You.
right. This is another what I'm going to call prog because it changes tempos and just a natural human tempo type of change, not a click track tempo type of change. So this is called I Need You.
Who came up with that riff?
What's that?
This riff.
Jimmy, I think. As far as I know.
I don't, to be honest with you, I don't remember.
What the acoustic guitar is playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Jimmy. Yeah.
The acoustic is Jimmy.
Well, I'm playing it on here, but
He wrote it.
Okay.
Tempo change. Back down to the original.
I like the keyboard on here too.
Yes,
It's
just a
sound
little
dark,
padded.
just a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit.
That's you.
Okay.
I also like that we used reverb on vocals where we thought it needed it, and
Right.
we didn't use it when it didn't need it. Instead of just saturating everything with,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
This bridge was new. We added this.
The funk bridge. Yeah.
'Cause it didn't have a bridge, I don't think.
No. Or if it... No, it didn't, because I think I have a recording of this one. So that's a Kev riff. Just funk style, something. Gives it a nice change up, you know? I love the stuff you do here, man. It's just everywhere. It's just completely different. That's what I mean by pulling out all the stops. Not just tones, but the style completely changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With this old thing.
It's killer, man. Sounds great.
Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Paper,
Jimmy
man.
Page.
Yeah.
So how we recorded this is we played it live. Jimmy, you played the electric. All this would be electric. So then we wanted the acoustic in there. So I just
Acoustic serves
muted
it well.
the electric and put the acoustic. Yeah, I mean, it's another texture. You know,
Yeah.
it gives it another texture. Hey, it's a song of the times, dude. What do you want?
Yep.
It's almost Kinks, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's mention it. Yeah.
I just love the fact that we kept the original intent and feel of the songs. I love your high vocal here.
So, Robert Plant
Yep.
inspired kind of thing.
Nice.
And that's what it sounds like.
But you also have like some of Tim from the Eagles. Who's the bass player? Of the
Timothy
Eagles?
B. Schmidt or Randy Meisner.
Randy Meisner.
Yeah, boy, what a high voice that dude had. So that's that. Jesus Christ Paid the Price. This is a you song, I believe.
Yeah.
I helped you with some of the melody in this later on.
Yep.
But this is basically your song. As far as I can remember, did Jimmy write anything? You write anything?
Actually, I wrote this for a songwriting contest. I think there was the lady who was the piano player at church, where at the Methodist church, told me about this songwriting contest, and she thought I should submit something. And so I wrote it for the contest. Yeah. Plus, it was one of those scenarios where you send them a song, they're going to send you back critique.
Yeah.
So,
How'd that feel?
not good.
Not good.
Did they say something bad about this? I think this could have been a
Yeah.
hit song,
Yeah.
man. I do.
Yeah, I tried to write it like a hit song,
That chorus is. I think it's a very clever chord structure. A, G, D,
It's a
C.
simple chord structure. Yeah.
G, A, B, C sharp. Yeah.
I do recall though this didn't have this bridge. This bridge we wrote for this recording stuff,
Yeah, because it needed
Didn't
to
have
break
the bridge.
down or something.
Yeah.
and maybe that would have maybe one of the criticisms of the song from the beginning, that it just needed something else.
Where's that
Oh, maybe.
confounded bridge?
Where's that confounded bridge?
And that's the part. One of the parts I helped you with some of the melody and that. And I love this song. I love all their songs. I just love them all.
This is the part right here in the middle of this song where we're all protesting the Vietnam War. Yeah.
We're slightly young for that one. Slightly. Jimmy edition. Very nice. Very nice.
Love this, the intimacy of this,
Yes.
this part.
And the keyboards are still in there, but then it gets even lower. Everything goes away except a little acoustic. And
This is what I have to do to remove their guilt and shame. Then I'll gladly lay my own life down. And I will pay the price if you say it's the only way, 'cause Jesus Christ paid the price, wanted us forever by his side. But for us to live, someone had to give. Jesus gave it up.
Love the ad libs at the end too.
Definitely, Jesus Summer Festival kind of
Yeah,
feel to it, doesn't it, man?
it does. Yeah, we've been to a few of those.
Yeah.
Love the harmonies.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. Great tune. I think it's a great song.
Searching. It's a Mikey tune.
Oh, another Mikey tune. Mikey getting his heaviness on in this one.
Yeah. This reminds me of Sweetly.
Yeah.
It reminded me of
Yeah.
Sweetly.
Yeah.
Actually, when Mikey wrote this song, he was Black Sabbath didn't have Sweet Leaf at the time. They stole this from them.
Might be just a little bit the other way around. I
But when you-
love the fact that you put the fuzz bass on there. Added a lot to it. What were you gonna say?
When I've listened to the two of the songs next to each other, it does. There's something about this that reminds me of Sweetly, but it's not.
No,
You
no.
know, it's
It's its own thing. It's an Exodus, you know?
Do you remember the Three Stooges thing? Say about this part, this song.
Oh, the
bowling
bowling
balls.
balls. Yeah, where was that?
It's at the it's at that part where that last chord built. You know.
I remember you had a problem with this going up the chords
Yep.
because it's all major chords
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
up. And you're like, man, we can't. I said, that's how Mikey wrote it, dude. What? You know?
It's like Three Stooges bowling balls
Yeah.
bouncing off their heads.
I don't know. Did you know how to play minor chords? I'm kidding.
Here, this part. Boom, ding, ding. Boom, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Boom, ding, 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 ding.
You don't remember any of these leads?
I know how I'm playing certain parts of it. Like when I'm pulling up the string and everything from
Right, yeah.
over the neck because I didn't use a tremolo or anything.
I mean, do you hear any inspirations playing these? Like you say this one, because I hear certain leads sound like Mark Knopfler, certain leads sound like Ace Frehley or Randy Rhoads, or I definitely hear those differences. To me, anyway.
You're rolling. So
Yeah,
this
we're
is Sweet
rolling.
Sorrow song.
This is Sweet Sorrow Song. This is a very early song too.
Yeah.
This was probably, to my recollection, it was Blood of the Lamb, Weeds, Bronze Serpent, You've Been Loving Me, and Sweet Sorrow Song.
Yep. This is based on a parable, that Jesus told about the old man that we named as Lazarus, and a rich man. Both the kind of lives they had, and even though it's the rich man who goes to hell and the poor man who goes to heaven, and just to be able to speak to each other across the great divide, in the afterlife.
Yeah.
That's the inspiration for that.
Nice.
That is your Telecaster, that little lead section.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The original. Your original Tele from Exodus.
It's my classical.
It's either yours or mine.
Yeah.
He hates
It might be mine because we could plug mine in. Yours, unless we mic'd yours. I don't think we did. I think it's mine.
I remember, I don't remember you miking that. Your classical.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was mine because then otherwise you'd pick up the guitar strings going and all.
There's that line. I think you always said, sounds like he likes to slice the bacon.
No, he hates it. Yeah.
I'm an idiot, man. Don't listen to me, man.
There's a couple like that. In Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
Going to meet your maker. You said going to Jamaica.
Going to Jamaica.
Even our mellow songs had some serious heft to them.
This is a new bridge. This song did not have a bridge.
Right.
No.
And it needed it really bad.
Right, and that's the part about musical maturity that we wouldn't have realized
Yeah.
when we were 14
Kids.
years old.
Right.
You go, this needs a bridge. But I mean, it's a...
We didn't know what the hell a bridge was back then.
Did you write that bridge a long time ago?
No.
Well, we did it
We
right
did
there.
It right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was done a long time ago or if we did it right there.
Right there.
It's really cool with that little bit of room on the vocal, just a tiny bit. We're all going there. Were you there for some of that too?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you were. Yes, yeah. And in Haunting Refrain, the same thing.
Yep.
We did them both, I think, the same day.
We did everything in one day.
Well, yeah, for you.
Right.
And this whole outro thing was, we wrote that in studio.
Yeah.
It was
Those
layer
chords were
upon
always
layer.
there, but yeah,
Yeah.
this whole vocal line, you know,
I put the F sharp on the D. I remember I did that because we're playing a G now. So E minor, then an A, G, D with an F sharp bass.
It's nice.
Great ad.
I know
libs.
you told me that that's a Kevin line.
What's that?
He's in the Savior's face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, do this.
Yeah.
You coached that one out of me.
Look how many hours you spent, John? In studio?
Hundreds.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, we spent
Doing,
hundreds.
doing these? Oh, yeah. So if you think 3 to 5 hours, twice a week, so just say,
wow.
yeah, for 8 years, Mikey.
I remember when you were singing this part, and I was like, that high vocal. And that's one of the things I like when I work with you in the studio is like, you know, if I say something, you're go. You may have some like I don't
know if that could be
understand
done.
what you know. I don't understand if I could pull what you're talking about off, or I'm not on the same page. But when you nail it, I'm like, yes, that's it. You catch it. You know, you understand that, and it's not like when Kevin comes up with an idea for you to sing or something like that. He's not trying to mold you into a different singer. He's giving you an
couldn't.
idea,
You couldn't
and you
anyways.
and you run with that idea, and you make it your own. And it's just like, and it seems to always kind of like find the water finds, you know,
It's
the path of least resistance. It just falls right into place.
you have the notes. I mean, the notes are written, and you interpret them. You're the one that puts the color to the page, right? So, yeah, it's great that we all wrote, you know, and had a part in it. And it was just like, I loved the band even back then because there were really no Indian chiefs.
Right.
We were all for one and one for all. You know what I
Best
mean?
idea wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cool. And of course, it was always a lot of fun because no one ever told us to do it. We did it because we wanted to,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
So this is the last song. I will say this is Haunting Refrain. I came downstairs. This is an earlier song too, actually. It's one of the earlier, what I would call more advanced earlier songs.
Well, not super advanced.
No,
because
there's
I think
only
this
two
also
chords.
two chords. Yeah.
Right. But it has those
It's
added
hard
riffs.
to believe that. It's hard to believe this is just 2 chords
Yeah.
with all the the moods that this goes.
Right.
There's a lot of up and down to this. You know.
And the beginning guitar that Jimmy's playing with the phase shifter, that was on the original recordings. You used your Maestro phase shifter.
You tell him the Maestro face.
Yeah, I heard it.
story.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Why? What was it?
He found a Maestro.
I didn't actually. A buddy of mine, who's a guitar tech for me, I was telling him the story of my old Maestro phase shifter, and I had, it had gotten stolen, and man, it just, wish I had that thing. Probably doesn't sound anything like I would want in a phase shifter now, but it's just the memory of it.
Right.
I was in love with the memory of it, and he went out, and I didn't know this, and he went out and he found one. And it just happened to be kind of local, and so he
An
ordered
original
it.
from
an
the 70s.
original from the
Yeah.
70s. And
Nice.
it could. There's a possibility it may be my original Maestro phase shifter.
Wow.
Because there weren't that many at the time, and it was local, and that's what happens with a lot of people that, like, if it's stolen merchandise, they get rid of it. They pawn it
Locally.
off locally.
Locally,
You
yep.
know what I mean? And it's
They certainly
it's,
would have done that in the 70s.
Yeah.
It would have been, because things were a lot more local back then.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Haunting Refrain. This is the last song on Volume 1.
This typically would be the last song that we would do in our shows too.
Yeah.
It was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was our
Almost
free
always.
bird. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
This is,
It definitely was.
And where you hear what you think you're hearing double kick, it is, but I'm not playing double kick. What I did back then is I played my floor tom as my second kick drum. Although on this I had a kick drum, but I was playing it with my left hand. So you'll know, for the discerning ear, you'll hear the hi-hat stop for that one beat as I'm going with my right hand to hit the snare. Just so you know, it sounds like a double kick, but it's not.
It's trying to emulate the Maestro
the
phase
Maestro
shifter.
phase shifter. Yeah.
I heard that
Trying.
Maestro was the very first phase shifter ever, too. Back
Was
in
it?
the 60s.
That's why I had to have one.
Well, you got one. Love that.
It's a good effect.
Yeah.
It sets up the vocal for that. So with the lyrics, it matches what the lyrics are saying.
It's semi-AM radio.
Yeah.
You know. I did it through EQ, but they have things now where you can actually get the AM
tiny
radio
speaker.
sound. Right?
Yeah. And it's good that you moved it right here.
This is another one of those songs that was done early on. I came downstairs and you guys were working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy had his guitar on and you played it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I was excited, man. Oh, duh.
It's amazing what you can do with 2 chords.
Yep, and this is the same arrangement that we had back in the day, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remembered something about this one. In the beginning of the lead solo.
Yeah, that's on the original.
I know, but in Blood of the Lamb, it's the exact same thing
in a
because we
different
thought
key.
in a different
Yeah,
key because we thought that part of that solo went to Blood of the Lamb,
Right.
But it actually went to this
It
song.
went to this song. So in Blood of the Lamb, I think you're playing it in the key of B, which the song is
Yeah.
in, and you're playing it in D here.
Right?
Yes, I noticed that too. But hey,
Did you know that?
you can't get too much of a good thing. Yeah,
He's
this
got
is,
a signature sound to this. It's just like-
but this is the song you originally wrote that
Right,
part
right.
for. Love the harmonies again.
Yeah, and I love the upper guitar stuff.
Oh yeah, volume control.
Volume control.
Yeah,
Peggy influence.
Definitely
Yeah.
Phil Keaggy influence.
very cool. Famous lead section. Now go listen to Blood of the Lamb.
Paul. I guess I would have done it with an 8-finger technique. It would have been cool. Yeah, but that wouldn't have been 70s, you know. So
Right?
Sounds great.
All of it sounds good, man.
And when we played it live, this is exactly this.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
Did
Yep.
this breakdown
Breakdown.
yeah,
with the whoa-whoos
let it breathe, man.
Yeah.
Let it breathe.
and then build it back up.
China, baby, China.
Yeah, like Jim said, this was our free bird. Tom Schultz. Right there.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. All those tricks he had, we
Yeah.
got to use a lot of them.
The cymbal hits, man. Presence.
Of course, Achilles' Last
Achilles'
Stand.
Last Stand.
And it came out the year before we wrote the song. Yeah, I was totally Achilles' Last Stand at this time. Love the tone, man. Harmony, bass harmony.
Nice. Arpeggiating.
Yeah.
Tempo change.
After the beginning.
Keggy.
Big time, man. It's awesome.
Something about this gong. We had trouble. trying to
Yeah, we
capture
didn't
the-
have a gong.
Because we didn't have a gong.
Yeah.
We used the keyboard
Yeah.
for the gong, but
Piano.
that's
It
right.
was
We
like-
we
yeah.
needed just one
We
note of
layered.
piano. It's the gong and the piano.
It's both.
Because the piano gave it the low end percussiveness that it was missing.
Yeah, they did come out nice.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of A Day in the Life at the end. You know, with that piano and just that crazy chord.
Yeah.
But it goes on forever.
Forever.
So that's it. That's volume one. Right?
Nice.
Good stuff.
Great job, guys. So we're gonna continue on and do volume 2 at another time, and I got a lot of video to edit. So, guys, you did great. It's great going back down memory lane with you all, man. I love you guys.
Yep.
Man. I love you
you
guys.
Nice.
Peace.
Peace.